Guilt has a language of its own. It doesn't always speak in words. It shows up in silence, small changes, and nervous energy that you can feel even when you can't explain it. When a wife cheats, she rarely admits it. Instead, she tries to live a double life, balancing between the comfort of what she had and the thrill of what she did. But no matter how carefully she hides it, guilt always leaks through her behavior. A woman's energy shifts in ways she can't control, and if you look closely, you'll see the signs: subtle, emotional, and deeply revealing. These are the 8 hidden signs wives show when they're carrying guilt after betrayal, even when they swear everything is fine. The first hidden sign is emotional inconsistency. One moment she's affectionate and sweet, the next, distant and cold. It's not mood swings, it's guilt trying to find balance. She'll be overly kind because she feels remorse, then pull away, because that kindness reminds her of her dishonesty. You'll feel her energy oscillate, too much love followed by sudden detachment. This inconsistency isn't confusion. It's her mind trying to comfort her conscience. The harder she tries to act normal, the more unnatural she becomes. The second hidden sign is over-explaining. When she's faithful, her stories are natural and simple. But when guilt enters, her details multiply. She'll explain where she went, who was there, what time she left, all without you even asking. It's not transparency, it's overcompensation. She's subconsciously rehearsing innocence because she fears suspicion. Her sentences start to sound like rehearsed alibis, and when you listen carefully, her tone carries anxiety instead of ease. Women who hide guilt speak too much because silence feels dangerous. The third hidden sign is emotional distance disguised as independence. She'll start saying she needs more me time, that she's focusing on herself, her hobbies, her space. On the surface, it sounds healthy, but what's really happening is emotional withdrawal. Guilt makes her feel unworthy of your closeness. She fears your affection because it reminds her of her betrayal. So she builds walls under the label of self-care. She spends more time alone, not to recharge, but to avoid being reminded of what she's done. The fourth hidden sign is misplaced irritation. Guilt needs an outlet, and often it turns into anger toward the one she betrayed. You'll notice she becomes more critical of you, your habits, your tone, your behavior. She starts creating problems where there were none, picking fights over small things. That irritation isn't about you, it's projection. She's trying to justify her guilt by convincing herself that you're partly to blame. Deep down, she's angry at herself. But it's easier to redirect that emotion toward you. When she starts treating your peace as if it's the problem, guilt is usually hiding behind it. The fifth hidden sign is sudden generosity. Out of nowhere, she becomes extra sweet, caring, or physically affectionate. She might buy you gifts, plan surprises, or initiate intimacy more than usual. It feels like love, but it's actually guilt trying to heal itself. When a woman betrays a man she once cared for, she tries to rewrite the story by doing good things. But that goodness feels different. It's forced, not free. The affection doesn't flow from joy, it flows from emotional debt. And while you might enjoy the attention, your intuition knows it's not the same. The sixth hidden sign is new secrecy wrapped in logic. She changes her phone password, keeps her notifications private, and guards her privacy in the name of boundaries. She'll say she just wants personal space, that everyone deserves privacy, and while that's true, the timing reveals the truth. Women don't suddenly crave secrecy in a stable relationship without reason. When she starts getting defensive about her devices or deletes messages she used to leave untouched, it's not about independence, it's about fear of exposure. Guilt makes her hyper-aware of her digital trail, so she begins cleaning up before you even notice there's something to find. The seventh hidden sign is avoidance of deep conversations. She used to open up about her dreams, fears, and emotions, but now her words stay on the surface. When you try to connect, she deflects. When you express love, she gives short answers. It's not that she doesn't care, it's that emotional depth feels unsafe now. Looking into your eyes feels like looking into her own guilt. So she keeps things light, casual, safe. But love doesn't live in safety, it lives in vulnerability. And when that disappears, so does authenticity. The eighth hidden sign is anxiety when things are calm. Before the betrayal, she cherished peace. After it, silence becomes unbearable. She feels tense when things are too quiet, because her mind starts replaying the truth she's hiding. She'll create chaos, emotional distance, or unnecessary tension just to avoid stillness. Guilt thrives in noise. It dies in peace. So she keeps herself busy, distracted, and emotionally unavailable. The more she avoids calm, the louder her guilt becomes. When these 8 signs appear together, emotional inconsistency, over-explaining, distance, irritation, generosity, secrecy, avoidance, and anxiety, it's rarely coincidence. It's emotional dissonance. A woman carrying guilt is a woman carrying conflict. She wants to move on, but she can't. She wants to stay close, but the lie keeps her distant. And the longer she hides it, the more exhausted she becomes. Guilt drains energy. That's why she seems tired, restless, and emotionally ungrounded. Dr. Alina Rose often says, "A guilty woman's actions tell the truth long before her words do." Because guilt doesn't sleep. It whispers in her tone, it shakes in her hands, it shows in her eyes. She might still say all the right things, but her energy betrays her. And the man who's emotionally aware can feel the difference instantly. You don't need to be suspicious. You just need to be still. Her behavior will reveal what her lips won't. Now here's the truth every man must understand. Guilt doesn't always mean she's proud of what she did. Sometimes she's broken inside, carrying shame she doesn't know how to confess. That's why she hides behind calmness, sarcasm, or fake confidence. But regardless of the reason, guilt creates distance. The relationship can't heal until the truth surfaces. You can forgive a mistake, but you can't fix what's hidden. When you sense these signs, don't react with anger. Respond with clarity. Let your silence expose what her guilt is trying to bury. You don't need to demand honesty. You just need to stay composed long enough for her conscience to start speaking. Because women can lie with words but not with energy. When the guilt gets too heavy, it eventually spills through her behavior. And when that moment comes, when she finally looks at you and realizes you've known the truth all along, she'll understand something deeper. You didn't lose her. She lost herself. Because no matter how carefully she hides the evidence, guilt has one weakness. It never lets the heart rest. The woman who betrayed love may still smile, still talk, still function. But her soul will always whisper the same truth every night. He didn't deserve this.